I bought a piece of beeswax. It was a block of beeswax. So the first step was cutting it down into small shavings, like almost pellets. You can buy pellets, but I just bought a block. And so I'm just using an old plain iron, which is really dull and broken. So I just used that to chop down the block into the small pieces. Before I go any further, I would just like to say that the recipe I'm using is made by James Wright from Wood by Wright, so all the credit goes to him. After I cut up the pieces, I then melted it on a stove. After that, I took some turpentine and mixed it in with the wax. After melting the wax, there are two other components that we need to put. One is a thinner, and the other is the boiled linseed oil. So for thinner, I use turpentine. You can use mineral spirits, but there is quite a big risk when you are using turpentine, and especially since we have heated this up and it would cross the flash point of turpentine. There is a pretty high chance of it catching fire, which happened to me, which was pretty unfortunate. And but luckily I was all right. So I'm going to show you how you can avoid it and learn from my mistakes. So definitely I don't know why I didn't think of this from the start, but I should have used like a double boiler method, so that in a bigger pot in the bottom there is boiling water, and in the another pot I put in the boiling water, but the water doesn't come in that pot, and in that I can put the wax and thinner, and also the heat isn't directly to the main pot of that. So yeah, you have to be really careful with those two materials as they're quite flammable. So if you stick around to the end of the video, I might tell you the recipe I'm using and how I can improve, and like what you can do different from me while making your own paste wax. So as you can see here, I did use the double boiler method, but right now, because I didn't do that, the turpentine spilled, and when I lit the gas stove like that, the entire thing caught fire, which was not very pleasant, and it was actually quite dangerous. So we shut off the gas pipeline, and we turned off the stove, all of that. And then, because I just used the plate to shut off the lid, so that the we would deprive the fire of oxygen. But what I could have done to avoid this situation was definitely that I could have done the double boiler method, and I didn't realize this, but the wax was already so molten that I could have just put in the turpentine and mixed it. There was no need to put the gas on, but I was just a little concerned that the turpentine being a bit cold, it might just solidify the wax, so that's why I thought to do the gas, but it was quite unnecessary. So then after all the fire was on, I just poured the wax into the small ingot. I made like smaller ingots of the wax and turpentine, and they formed pretty cool patterns. So, and then after that I had to clean off the stove, and then like I was scraping off the wax, and it made these cool shaving like things. So after that entire fire scenario, whatever, like I just mixed in the linseed oil, like I'd melted the wax ingots that I made before, and then I melted that and added in the double boiled linseed oil. Boiled linseed oil also works well, but don't use raw linseed oil for this. So I poured it into a container. After this, I shouldn't have used plastic because it actually melted a little, because the mixture was so hot. But I should have let it cool off, and then I could have put in the plastic. So after I put the paste wax in a container, I let it dry overnight, and as you can see here, I'm applying the paste wax to the stool. So I make sure to check out that video, like, comment, share, and if you haven't subscribed, just subscribe. That would be really nice. And I'm really pleased with the paste wax that I made. So now I'll tell you about the recipe that I'm using to make my paste wax. So this is the container that I've kept it in. So it's here, and as I mentioned before, this recipe I got it from James Wright from Wood by Wright, and I tweaked his recipe into something that works more for me. So so this is 50 grams of double boiled linseed oil, 50 grams of turpentine thinner, and 100 grams of beeswax. And then on top of that, I put 1.5 to 1 tablespoon of the double boiled linseed oil. And about 1 tablespoon of turpentine thinner extra. So basically you can consider it that 2 parts beeswax, 1 part double boiled linseed oil, and 1 part thinner. But it was quite chunky and not that easy to apply, so I added 1.5 to 1 tablespoon extra of the double boiled linseed oil and 1 tablespoon here and there of thinner to that mixture. So I got the smoother consistency, which makes it easier to apply. And the key for this is to have like a smooth consistency. So as you can see, I wouldn't recommend this, but it's smooth enough that I can just take it with my fingers and apply it like that. So it's very smooth, and otherwise it would clump up when you're applying it. So the smoother it is, the better it would be. And yeah, so that's my recipe, and I will link to James Wright's video in the description so you can see how he is making it. So a few things that I could improve on while I made this was that fire thing, where it caught fire because I made a clumsy mistake, and it was definitely not something that is like should happen again. And I will keep in mind when I do this again, if I do this again, that is. So what you can do to avoid this scenario that I faced was use a double boiler method, where in a big pot there is boiling water, and then in another smaller pot that's kept inside that boiling water, where the beeswax and then the thinner and then the double boiled linseed oil will be kept. So in that small pot you mix it and make the paste wax. But the boiling water will actually transfer the heat to the pot instead of the flame. So even if it spills, it will just go in the water, and it won't catch fire if it's spilled because it's contained in the bigger pot. So that, and like this double boiler method is used for cooking to melt chocolate so that it doesn't burn and stuff. So it's used in the cooking industry, and it's actually quite a simple thing to do. It doesn't even take that much time, and it's much safer to do it this way. So if you're doing it, just do that and don't make the mistake that I did. And it was, and also use like a big container so it doesn't tip over or spill. And use an old, like something that you will not use again to cook, because the beeswax will get stuck all over it, and it's not something that you would want to consume, right? So you won't be able to use that pot again, so just keep that into mind.